Back in 1937, the owner of the Chicago Blackhawks, Major Frederick McLaughlin, decided to make a statement. An ardent nationalist and patriot, he wanted to win the Stanley Cup with an all-American team. There was only one American-born player in the NHL in those days, Clarence Taffy Abel, the first of his countrymen to establish himself as a regular. But McLaughlin was undaunted. He hired the NHL's first American coach, Bill Stewart, who had umpired in the World Series that fall, and put together a star-spangled roster. He couldn't quite make it all-American. A few Canadians slipped into the mix, but it was the closest ever seen in big-time professional hockey. During the regular season, the Hawks were lousy. Still, they scraped into the playoffs, against all odds, won a couple of rounds, and wound up in the finals against Charlie Conacher and the mighty Toronto Maple Leafs. They didn't even bother bringing the cup to Chicago Stadium the night they clinched, because no one thought they had a chance. If they were Canadian, the Hip would have written a song about them by now. American hockey heritage. No, that's not an oxymoron. The game has been played there almost since its origins. And now, here we are in our neighbor's capital, down the street from the monuments, in the White House, at a Winter Classic that will be painted more red, white, and blue than any in the past. And instead of the traditional Canadian frets about whether they really like it, or whether they'll watch on television, or why can't they see the puck, or will hockey ever make sense where palm trees grow, let's instead tip our caps to the Portland Rosebuds and Seattle Metropolitans, to Hobey Baker, to Minnesota, the most Canadian place that isn't Canada, to the heroes of Squaw Valley and Lake Placid, to Badger Bob Johnson, to Mike Richter and the 1996 World Cup champions, ones we don't talk about a whole lot, to the gold medal women in '98, to the Hatchers and the Granados, to Chris Chelios and Mike Madonna and Patrick Kane, and yeah, this one always hurts, Brett Hall, and to Frank Zamboni, who invented the you-know-what. Today, the Capitals and Hawks, with their multinational rosters, will put on a show in the home of the brave. God bless America, etc., etc. They own a piece of this game too, and being Canadians, we're happy to share.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot